Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to take a look at trade posts in Season 5, as well as Venom's exclusive weapon, which we're going to take a look at towards the end here. Venom's exclusive weapon, pretty cool if you ask me. But trade posts, oh my gosh, was this wild. Watching all the fights happen across the map here, as you can see, the fights, they're happening all the way around the center city, or the center war zone, whatever you want to call it. So the center war zone, nobody owns yet, but the trade posts go all the way around it. They make a big circle around it, and then you have trade posts kind of on each corner. There's several trade posts on each corner, about 4, 5, 6 deep. And so I'll show you that here in a minute. But I mean, you can see people are kind of spread out or kind of huddled together depending on how strong a server is. Some of these guys, some of these alliances are just taking one trade post. Other alliances, they're taking like 20 trade posts. Just depends on how strong you are and who you coordinate with. So you really want to work with not only other alliances on your server, but also coordinate with other servers. If you have servers that you're friends with, just coordinate with them so they know, okay, hey, we're going to take these. You can take these level 1s. We're going to take the level 4s or 3s, 2s, whatever, because they all open at once. All the trade posts all at once. They're going to open up Tuesday morning, and it's only once every 2 weeks. So you got plenty of time to prepare, and then you have plenty of time to fight and figure out who's going to take what trade post after that. So it's kind of nice. Like I said in my other episode, it happens fast. You start your fights, you do your fights, you take your trade posts, and then you just kind of forget about them for 2 weeks. But again, you want to coordinate. If you're keeping trade posts, just making sure they're protected. And it really comes down to how aggressive you want to be. I think they're so spread out and there's so many alliances fighting over it that if people aren't planning, you're going to be able to jump in and just take some random trade posts. And like I'm showing you here, I mean, they're fighting all over the place. And you're talking about dozens of trade posts that are open all at the same time. So if you plan it right, you can just take a look around the map, see if there's anything going on at a certain trade post. If not, hop on there. Or if you see somebody that's weaker that you and your buddies can go and fight and take the trade post from, hey, if they're not in some kind of alliance with you as far as the season goes, then go for it, because you only have a couple times to take these trade posts. The rewards are pretty good for capturing them. So if you get a chance to, I would definitely say pull the trigger and go for them, guys. And yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of strategies that come out from this. And I'm looking at the notes here. This is the notes for Season 5, some of the things that they changed. And they actually just changed the skill for the card for attacking zombies too. So they've made a lot of adjustments for Season 5. I really want them to upgrade the teleport. I feel like the teleport needs to be buffed, because you only get 2 a day, which seems very, very weak for what it is. One of the main upgrades here, if you look kind of towards the center at the top, level 2 trade post exclusive shop item changed from 1 hour speed up to Overlord seal badge. I think that is a huge improvement. That was good to see. But yeah, overall, guys, if you see these trade posts, go for them. Plan it out, figure out who's going to take what, and absolutely jump on these trade posts because you don't have too many opportunities. And the rewards are pretty good. All right, now let's talk about Venom's UR promotion, which I think is extremely powerful. I think it's really good that they're doing this, because if you think about this big picture, you have a ton of legendary heroes and they all have exclusive weapons as far as the original legendary heroes. Obviously, the ones that promoted don't have exclusive weapons. Supposedly they're not going to get exclusive weapons. So in the future, we'll see. They're going to release more upgraded hero or promoted heroes in the future. There was just I think a poll the other day asking about what hero we want to see promoted in Season 6. So if you haven't already, go to the Discord for Last War, their official Discord, and they're voting on who you think who you want to see promoted in Season 6. And what we go over here might kind of dictate what you think now. In my opinion, originally, with them going all in on the tank teams, they had 3 different heroes from the tank team that they promoted to legendary. I thought, okay, we're going to build a whole new legendary tank team. You're going to have your 4 squad. Cool. Or you're going to have these heroes you can interchange, which was fine. You want to have that synergy, and I thought that was really good. And then they switched it up. We had Sarah upgraded to legendary, which she brought a ton to the aircraft team. So that was really good from that standpoint. However, then it threw off that whole synergy of having a 4 squad of all these promoted legendary heroes. And now in season 5, we have a missile hero. So you went 3 tanks, aircraft, and a missile. So when you throw those all on the team, you don't have the synergy. The buff for that whole squad drops significantly. You don't have that 20%. It drops all the way down to 5%. So that does hurt the team a lot. So unfortunately, trying to take all these heroes that we have promoted now, throw them on the same squad, doesn't really necessarily work. But that doesn't mean that it wouldn't work in the future. And I think that's maybe what this is building towards. And we'll get over here and take a look at this here in a second. But this is the passive ability for Venom that we'll go over. But this is around the synergy of having other teams or other heroes promoted on the same team. So let's first take a look at his auto attack. Auto attack is going to attack one enemy doing energy damage equal to 514% of his attack and applying 1 stack of corrosion. This is actually not a bad attack here. It's 7% of his attack every second and stacks up to 5 times for 8 seconds. So this is not bad. I mean, for a hero that was promoted from purple to legendary, this is a pretty good auto attack. I'm not going to lie. It's up there with, not quite Fiona, not quite your Swifts, but it's still pretty strong. So you can't knock this. It's not like it's really, really bad or anything. And then going over to this skill here. This was a shocker. And this is what I wish they would have done with Mason. I understand we wanted to have like that buffer, but we already have a buff on the tank team with Marshall. If you give Mason an auto attack that's just pure damage like this with Venom, I think that would have been a better play. I think they really screwed up. They can still go back and fix it. So we'll see if they do that. But this right here is just crazy. 3 enemies. So it attacks 3 enemies, dealing energy damage equal to 1,000% of attack and applying 1 stack of corrosion. So the question is, if it's attacking 3 enemies, does that mean 300% of attack on those 3 enemies, or is it 1,000% per enemy? If you go and look at other heroes' attacks, their tactic abilities, you'll see that maybe they attack 1, 2, 3, or maybe 4 enemies, but the damage output is saying only like 300 or 400% of attack. So this leads me to believe that, yeah, this is like 3,000% of his attack damage here, because it's going to be 1,000 per hit is the way I'm seeing it. And then the corrosion, and again, is going to be similar to what's on the first ability. So you can have up to 5 of these stacked on here. So between the auto attack and the tactic ability, have a lot of damage output, not just from damage, just raw damage, but then also you're going to have this damage over time from this corrosion. And then not only is that very, very strong, it's a pretty strong. It's one of the highest attack tactic abilities out there if you're looking at, because it's just a raw damage ability. Other attackers, if you look at them, they do other things too with their attacks. So this is just doing damage. It's not like it's stripping buffs or doing anything else or applying buffs or anything. It's just doing damage. And then if you look at the passive ability, so Venom, his energy damage is going to be boosted by 15% when this is maxed out at 5 stars. And then for each promoted hero on the squad, it's going to additionally boost his energy damage by 6% up to 5 times. So he's going to have 6% because he's promoted himself. So that's 21% energy damage increase. So these skills here just got even stronger. His auto attack and then his tactic ability just got even stronger just by having this passive on here. And then This is why I said in the future, this could be, pretty good what they're setting up here. If there are 5 heroes that are promoted, so if you throw all 5 promoted heroes on the same team, he's going to have an additional 30% on top of the 15. He's going to have almost 50% increase to his damage on his skills. Almost 50% across the board in damage output is just wild to think about. It is extremely, extremely strong. Granted, we're a while from getting to a point where that's actually going to be viable, because throwing all the same heroes or all the promoted heroes on the team together right now just doesn't make sense. Even as strong as this is, he's not going to have any buffs from any other heroes. So it's just going to be him buffing himself and doing this damage. And he's going to be at, the team is going to be at 5% attack instead of the pure 20% for having the squad type benefits as well. So it's going to be a while until we can see the full potential of this and what it can do. But like right now, it's still pretty strong. I think you throw this in a missile team, it's going to be very strong. World boss damage, oh my gosh, world boss damage with these skills is going to be crazy. I know already you got Fiona's exclusive weapon this season. You throw this in there, and I think we're going to see similar to what Sarah did with aircraft, where aircraft numbers jumped up tremendously. I think with this, we're going to see same thing. Numbers are going to be jumping up quite a bit come Friday, which is just a couple days from now when I'm making this video. We're probably going to see some pretty big numbers on the OG servers as the whales get their hands on this guy and max him out. This is definitely one of those like love-hate things though, because you on one side, it's good. It's really good. It has a ton of potential. The flip side of that is we're a long ways away from seeing that potential, just because it doesn't work in any team right now with this passive ability. This passive ability needs promoted heroes. We don't have any other promoted missile team members. And that brings up another issue too. So if you're looking at what heroes we have, we go to the purple heroes. Let's filter by missile. There's only 3. Only 3. Same thing with aircraft. There's only 3 there. Tank, they are the only squads that have more than 3, 4. They actually have 6 heroes that can be promoted to legendary and make an entire squad with. So I think that's another problem too. They would have to bring out more purple heroes in order to make a full secondary missile team. Even if you did a mix, say 4+1, I just don't know where Venom would fit. Again, he's a damage dealer. He's not buffing anybody, so he needs buffs. So if he's not getting buffed by anybody, then you're just losing out on those skills. So there's a lot of work that needs to happen here in order to make Venom really, really shine. But the potential's there. I don't know if that means that they're setting up something for the future. Who knows? So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about what's going on with these promotions. What do you think about Venom and his upgraded abilities? I mean, if you look at what they are now, it's really not anything crazy. Pretty bare bones, pretty weak overall. So I think this is a huge improvement. It makes him a lot more viable. I don't know about PvP, but certainly world boss damage and things like that, he's going to be very, very helpful with. But as always, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.